I'm Jenn Page.
And I'm John Curtis.
And we're two nerds in a garage. With a super special guest today.
Special guest.
I figured it's a Christmas episode, so we needed to bring on the biggest Christmas nerd I know. And here she is.
Welcome.
Malia Miglino.
Thank you, guys.
So here's the weird thing about Malia, just so everybody watching understands. She is dark. She has a show called Macabre Mondays that you should watch. She has a new podcast coming out called Grave Hunters. It's dark, it's death.
So Christmassy.
But she's also the biggest Christmas nerd I know. And one thing that we have worked on together, because she combined her two loves, was called a Very Pagan Christmas Special.
Yes.
And
Look it up.
I will put that in the show notes so you can watch how you bring the light and the dark. And
you know, it's all about balance. It's all about
We had
balance.
serial killers and ornaments, and it was great.
And Krampus.
Okay, guys, so it is Christmas.
Bah humbug.
And our audience question this week tackles a very controversial topic that comes up every year.
All right, shall we?
Hey, two nerds in a garage. David Shatnoff here in Los Angeles. My question for you, whether or not Die Hard is a holiday movie or not.
Okay.
This brings up more fights, I think, around the holidays than politics.
So, of course it is.
Of course it's not.
Of course it is.
Malia?
Give answer now.
It's not.
You're crazy. I
Okay.
need to back up.
Here's the thing. Here's
My palms are sweating.
So if I like Die Hard, right? But if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so is Jumanji: The Next Level, so is Lethal Weapon, so is Trading Places. For me, a Christmas movie isn't Christmas as a backdrop. It's a movie that a Christmas movie is a movie you only watch at Christmas. You'll watch Die Hard in when? October, August, February?
It's a Christmas movie.
But why do you watch it all year long then?
Because it's a spectacular movie.
Do you watch any Christmas movie any other time of the year?
Yes.
What?
Okay, you're a special.
Yeah, I was going to say, if this is the argument we're using, then none of my favorite Christmas movies are Christmas movies because I watch them all the time. However, I do agree that the fact that this is just happening during Christmas, it's like, it's not even, it's so in the background. Like, I don't care if there's a Die Hard ornament. There's a lot of ornaments of things that aren't Christmas movies.
Why do you guys like being wrong so often?
Look,
I didn't want to do this.
Our audience is going to all agree with you. I'm fine with it.
Well,
That's fine.
but
That's all well
Bruce
and good.
Willis actually agrees with us for the record.
maybe he just doesn't want to be in a Christmas
Can you just
movie.
read this article out loud, the title of it?
It doesn't matter. If the screenwriter, of course, he wants it to be a Christmas movie because he wants to sell more movies at Christmas time.
No. He wrote it. It's his baby. It's his creation. If he says it's a Christmas movie, it's a Christmas movie.
Okay, but no, because I feel like if that's the case, then like 3 Harry Potter films could also be Christmas movies, which I don't hate that idea at all. But again, it's too precious. This category is too precious, and I can't consider them Christmas movies.
See, here's one that I think is even more controversial than Die Hard, which is Gremlins.
Oh.
Because Gremlins is it's totally on Christmas Day. It revolves around Christmas, but it's, in my mind, it's not a Christmas movie.
I don't think about it.
It's not just a backdrop with Die Hard, okay?
Yes, it is.
It's not. It's thematic.
So he's basically, and they're like, ho, 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 MFers.
I see what you're doing. It's a Christmas movie because people wear Christmas hats. There's jingles. There's music being played. It's more than a backdrop. It's a character in the movie.
Okay, I did.
Bruce Willis, the bad guys, and Christmas.
It has,
Wow.
but the plot has nothing to do with Christmas.
Yes, it does.
Okay, how does it do with Christmas?
Because they were having the Christmas party in the Nakatomi building.
That's not a plot. That's a plot device.
That's just like being like they started off the film at a dinner.
Help me out. Please, everyone, chime in and tell them that they're wrong because they are.
I get that most of our audience, because we're all a bunch of nerds and we want Die Hard to be our Christmas movie. And even David Shatnoff, who sent us the question, he agrees it's a Christmas movie.
People want it to be. Can I ask a question? If we're talking about like controversial movies,
Proceed.
there's only one film that is both Halloween and Christmas, but some people don't think it's a Halloween movie. They think it's a Christmas movie, and some people think it's a Christmas movie, not a Halloween movie. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Of course, it's a Christmas movie.
It's a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it lives in
They
a
live
weird...
in Halloween Town, for goodness
Yeah,
sake.
it's definitely both.
It's a Christmas movie with a dark side.
No, because
Yes.
no, because Disneyland turns it into a nightmare for Halloween. and keeps it up for Christmas, therefore somehow bridging the gap between Halloween and Christmas.
Freaking jack-o'-lantern skeleton, for goodness sake.
Yes, Dark Christmas. It's not a Christmassy Halloween. Christmassy Halloween? No, it's a dark Christmas. Thank you.
He doesn't even literally give a crap about Christmas. You're sure defending some Christmas.
I do like the sweater, though.
Okay. We will just let the audience chime in on this, and they'll all agree with you for the first time ever, and you'll feel good, baby.
I will feel great.
But how about we move on to the next let's move on to something very important, which is the fact that you have watched hardly any Christmas movies in your life. So Malia and I have come up with basically what we're going to call our 10 best Christmas movies. Caveat being, we both have different movies. The list became anything that we both had on the top 10 made the list. And then we kept our nerd audience in mind.
Okay.
They have to be strictly Christmas. It can't be like, I didn't put the Family Stone, which I love. It happens at Christmas.
What is the Family Stone? Have I seen any of these movies?
You haven't seen the Family Stone?
No. What the heck is that?
Okay.
Diane Keaton.
We're gonna have to remedy that. Okay. Number 10, which even Malia doesn't. You actually have seen this one.
Okay.
My number 10 is Mr. Science Theater's Santa Claus.
Yes. This I can get behind.
Because it's Merlin and Santa Claus team up to defeat the devil.
Oh my God.
Plus you have robot disses bundled in there for the humor. Do you remember the big lips?
Yes.
That talk to Santa from you have to watch it. It
sounds
terrifying
like
and amazing.
I would watch it and feel like I was on drugs.
Yeah, you should be on drugs to watch it, probably.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
But the
Did
robot
we just encourage people to use drugs?
only if you're of age.
Marijuana, it's recreational and legal,
It's
people.
legal.
It's fine.
Malia, go ahead and read our number 9.
Home Alone.
Another one that
I have never seen Home
That's
Alone.
physically impossible. That's not. I don't believe you for a
Look,
damn
I know
second.
this. I know the paint can swings down and hits the guy in the head, but I've never seen that movie.
Well, and you saying that's actually why it made our top, because it's so iconic even if I don't actually even watch this particular one every Christmas, but it's so iconic it felt wrong to leave it off the list.
So Home Alone is a Christmas movie in your eyes?
It is a Christmas movie.
It is absolutely a Christmas movie.
And Die Hard is too.
No,
That
it's not
is
the same thing.
worst thing you've ever said.
This
This is all Christmas.
They literally they travel for Christmas to go visit family. He's left alone on Christmas without his family, and it's about him being alone on Christmas.
My mind just blew up. Macaulay Culkin is Bruce Willis. They're both trying to get something done. They both are working against bad guys, and it's Christmas time. One has a paint can, the other has 20 slugs in his chest.
Okay, does Bruce Willis open one single present?
Yes, he does.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
We get lightsabered in this show.
He doesn't open one present. Macaulay Culkin does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magically becomes a Christmas movie.
Number 8. Jingle All the Way with Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
Yes.
That is in existence.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger is trying to get the ultimate action figure for his son. Sinbad gets the last one. They become there's a whole movie about it. And at the end, Arnold Schwarzenegger actually becomes the action figure on accident for the parade.
It's real cute.
It's both terrible and amazing, and I watch it every year.
This is in your top 10. You agree with this?
Okay, well, I'm going to say right now, it's like not one of my favorites because I have a very specific favorite list, but I will say what I love about this film, it's the only Christmas film I can think of that really tackles what it's like for parents to find that one perfect toy for their kids. And this is before Amazon. This is in the 90s when you had to go out and actually get these
Here's
toys.
what I want you to picture. Baby Yodas are only at Walmart, and you have to get me one for Christmas.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah. It's a death race.
One of my first jobs ever was working the seasonal section at Walmart, and I know.
So you will appreciate this film. It's amazing. And there's a parade, which we all love a festive parade.
And there's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's always fun.
Before he
And
was like
Sinbad.
a governor.
It's not a tumor. Get to the chopper.
Malia, give us our next one.
One of my personal favorites, number 7, is Fred Claus.
I will admit.
What are these movies?
Malia, I will admit something. Okay, first off, it's Vince Vaughn, which
I love Vince Vaughn.
it's my first problem with it. Like I would have liked it. Okay, I'm going to admit something first. I could never get myself to watch this movie because I don't like Vince Vaughn. So I had to watch it last night because you put it on your list.
Yes.
I did like it more than I expected.
Okay.
But here's what I think would have been better. I think I would have liked it more if Max Greenfeld was the Vince Vaughn character.
What the heck is this movie about?
We'll explain the movie first.
So Paul Giamatti plays Santa, and Fred Claus is Santa's brother. He's the older brother who gets overshadowed by his little fat, adorable, perfect little brother whose mother is freaking Kathy Bates. It's like Rachel Weisz is in it, and he basically just becomes like the anti-Santa, kind of a con man, and he eventually needs money and goes to the North Pole and asks Paul Giamatti, and he ends up saving Christmas like every great Christmas film does.
Because Christmas movies, you always save Christmas.
That's what Bruce Willis did.
He saved himself.
But
he saved Christmas for a lot of people.
There is a certain caliber of Christmas magic, especially for depicting the North Pole, that I take very seriously. And I think this film had the second best North Pole depiction I've seen in a film.
Here's one of my favorite parts, though, wasn't even at North Pole. My favorite parts of this movie, which you should watch just for this, was the brothers. All the famous brothers are in a Brothers Anonymous, like a support group. And it's literally real life Bill Clinton's brother, Alec Baldwin's brother.
Oh my God.
Sylvester Stallone's brother.
I could watch a movie for that.
No, it is. And I personally love Vince Vaughn, so I love his rants about Christmas.
Number 6 is actually brand new this year, but it's so good. And to me, it was better than, it's the better Fred Claus in my mind. That's why I put it above it.
Okay.
Is Disney Plus just put it out. Noelle, starring Anna Kendrick, which you still haven't watched either.
I mean, I started it, but it's a Christmas movie. I just couldn't get behind it.
Oh my God.
I know, humbug.
So much problems. It's really well done. It's a lot of Christmas cheer and spirit.
Yes.
And even though you know where it's going in the end, it goes where you need it to go. It's great.
Number 5 is Scrooged.
Yay!
One you finally see.
Finally! I can get behind Scrooge.
Because basically Bill Murray can do no wrong.
He can do no wrong.
I disagree.
What? Get out now.
I actually don't like Scrooged.
Revoking invitation. Get out, get out.
I don't know what it is about Bill Murray. He's never done anything for me. And
look, just remember, nerds, we don't nerd shame. So be nice.
No, it's just, I understand how people love him, but he's always kind of given me the creeps.
Scrooge to me is the only Christmas Carol movie I'll watch. I love the reimagining of it. It's really fun to watch.
It's amazing.
Okay. Number 4, which Malia hasn't seen, Christmas Blasphemy.
I know.
Last Christmas, which you actually love. Amelia Clarke, Emma Thompson wrote it and is in it. There's tears, there's magic. It's all the things that Christmas should be.
Amelia
Clarke is amazing.
I need to,
and you'll probably be bummed that you didn't get to play the lead.
Number 3 is definitely favorites, Love Actually.
That's your favorite movie.
It's my favorite movie of all time,
yeah.
but it's ironically not my favorite Christmas movie.
That's very interesting.
But Love Actually is one of the only non-sort of nerdy movies that made it because it's Christmas perfection. Every story is perfect. All the cast is perfect.
Agreed.
I mean, I love Laura Linney. I think she's freaking an amazing actress, but her storyline was the worst.
I agree. 1,000,000%.
Don't you think they did Emma Thompson wrong?
No, I think that they were so real, and her performance when she walks in that bedroom and
the greatest performance I've ever seen in anything, maybe ever. It breaks my heart because every woman has done that. We've dabbed our face, we've gathered ourselves, we've don't streak your makeup.
You're just saying it's making my heart hurt.
It ruined. I literally have chills over my body. It is such a phenomenal, heartbreaking, real scene.
There was a lot of unknowns in there that just became mega stars because their performances were so just layered with what I'm talking about with actors. They were just layered with so much.
Wait. Rick from Walking Dead, is he British in real life?
Yes.
I
need to put a mind blown emoji over it.
What?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks very, very different.
And he's so much better looking in Love Actually. He looks healthy.
He does look healthy. I also love.
Hasn't had zombies chasing him for 10 years.
That movie just makes me really wish Hugh Grant was Prime Minister.
Yeah, it's the one movie where I really genuinely love Hugh Grant.
Oh, I always love him.
But that to me is like, he's never obnoxious. You know, in other movies, he's kind of got to be a dick a little bit.
That's true. He's just endearing. He's
perfect.
Really,
so you guys
he is perfect, charming Englishman in this.
Forgave the whole prostitute thing.
He had a prostitute thing. Look, if you want to go pay for women to have sex with, I'm not. If they're willing to do it,
it is the oldest profession. Do what you got to do.
As long as they're not doing it against their will.
Okay. All right.
He made some
Prostitute's
choices.
good.
Hey, I'm actually, that's a whole different political topic, but I'm actually pro legal prostitution for a lot of reasons.
So am I.
Well, that's off topic, but Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Number 2 is Elf.
Yay!
Will Ferrell as Buddy the Elf is one of the greatest things that's ever been put on film.
You're welcome.
Yes, I hadn't seen it, and Malia, years ago, Malia goes, I don't even understand our friendship. She's like, how can you know me as a person?
Yes.
So I went over, and she made me
God.
wonderful pumpkin cheesecake brownies, which she's never been able to make again.
It was a fluke, and I didn't write down the recipe. I am so
It was so
sorry.
good. And I watched
Nestle
Elf.
Tool House.
And Elf, when he had, the minute the elevator doors were closing, he goes, wait, I forgot to give you a hug.
Yes.
I was in for the rest of Christmas.
I can see how you love that movie.
See, the reason why, and this didn't make our list, but the reason why, I mean, besides 1,000 reasons, the reason why I truly, and why I'm wearing this outfit actually, is because they based all the outfits on the 1970s stop motion Christmas films. I'm obsessed with like The Year Without a Santa Claus, Rudolph, Frosty, all of those. So their outfits were modeled after that, and my entire childhood, all I wanted was to dress like one of these puppets. So when I see this film, I'm like, oh my God, they did it. They even have the little snowman that came out, and they have the Arctic puppets, and they have a narwhal, and it was just...
And now you can buy the outfits at Macy's. Okay, because we have number 1.
The Santa Claus!
The Santa Claus is still to this day my favorite Christmas movie, Malia's
Yep.
favorite Christmas
Yep.
movie.
What is this movie you speak of? I haven't seen it.
Are you
I
in
am
it with Tim
Bahamut.
Allen? Come on.
No.
Are you kidding? He is the greatest Santa Claus that
look
has
at me
ever...
like
no,
I'm an
I
alien.
will. Okay, can I tell you guys?
I'm just going to say we have a lot of work to do in the next 7 days.
This film is perfect. And can I tell you, this is a personal film to me. So it came out in, I believe, 94. So I was 4 when it came out, and I saw it, and I genuinely, until I was 11, believed this is really how the North Pole looked and how it worked. I believed I got made fun of in
It
school.
is the best North Pole
It
that's
is
ever
the
been done.
best North Pole.
I really liked, we talked about North Poles. I really liked the Dudley Moore Santa Claus movie in their North Pole because it was before Santa Claus. And
yes.
leading up to this, that was like the best North Pole.
Yes.
But this one added magic.
It's just, it gave you, it is, I think what it does the best, and why I love Christmas so much, and this is probably really cheesy, and I'm going to not get emotional, this is how much I love Christmas, but it's the one time of the year where I really believe you are inspired to use your imagination, and you really do get to live in that feeling of magic, like as a kid. And I was such a hardcore believer when I was a child watching that film, and I have watched it close to every week since I was 5.
Wow.
I've seen this movie thousands of times, and because it reminds me of magic. Like, it still makes me feel
one
magic.
of my favorite things in any Christmas movie was actually in the Santa Claus 2 when he's handing out the presents to the adults.
Yes.
I don't care how many times I've seen it, I tear up every time.
Okay, Christmas nerds, you mentioned the best depiction of the North Pole, but you're forgetting the movie that actually depicts the North Pole the best.
What is that?
The Fortress of Solitude for Superman.
That's the saddest North Pole that ever
What?
did live.
It's the coolest.
You're alone by yourself in the middle of ice.
Yeah, awesome.
No.
And you're Superman.
If there's not polar bears and
What? That's a getaway retreat with Lois
if there's
Lane.
not magic polar bears and toys and toy trains and snow and
Superman can have all that.
Gingerbread houses.
In the blink of an eye, literally, I got all that. I'm Superman.
You make me sad. Okay, well, I think you saw maybe 2 of those, so we have our work to do this week.
I'm not watching those.
You have to
Oh.
at least
We're watching
At
some.
least watch the Santa Claus. It
I
really
might watch
is a
Fred
classic.
Claus. I might watch Fred
No,
Claus.
you're watching Santa Claus is better than Fred Claus. You're
Yes.
watching Santa Claus.
Santa.
All right, we'll negotiate.
Okay, guys, I wanted to ask you some Christmas questions. Who is an actor you would want to see do a totally Santa magic type movie?
Santa magic type movie?
So we've had Tim Allen, we've had Vince Vaughn, and
Okay, I have. So this, speaking of like dark Christmas, because I do love darkness and I do love Christmas, I would love to see a reality where a very Burton-esque feeling Christmas movie happens where Christopher Walken plays Santa.
Oh my God.
Like, I
And
just...
I didn't get you this because you were naughty.
It precisely for that reason. I think that would be glorious. Or kind of do like a Scorsese version and have De Niro play Santa, but almost like think about it as like a gritty mob film. But like, what if the North Pole was like run by the mob?
Oh, directors, take note. Scorsese, if you put out a Christmas movie, I am seeing it.
I'm not for any of this. I want Happy Magical Christmas.
Okay. I mean, let me. Well, who would
I know who John would put in. He would put him in everything. If not Mark Hamill, which you would watch a Christmas movie with Mark Hamill.
Heck yeah. Would you guys see a Christmas movie with The Rock?
I would see anything with The Rock.
Absolutely. And
as
especially
Santa
if you
Claus.
made like Kevin Hart his head elf, I would be there, the first person in line.
We shouldn't have said this out loud. Someone's going to take our brilliant idea.
That's true.
Kevin Hart would kill as the lead elf.
Yeah.
This is $1 million, a multi-million dollar.
In Fred Claus, Ludacris plays an elf DJ. So just percolate.
Okay, which Star Wars character should get their own Christmas movie?
Baby Yoda.
I'm down with that.
Of course you are. But let's really think about this.
Okay, let's say besides Luke Skywalker, because I know you want him in everything.
Yes. It should be Luke.
Droids or Yoda?
I think BB-8.
Well, you know,
BB-8 would make an adorable Christmas
Dressed
movie.
with an ornament?
Yeah.
There exists a Droids Christmas special.
What?
Yeah, it was not very good. It was in the 80s. You don't know about this?
That sounds adorable because the droids, I'm not even going to lie, are my favorite part.
Where would you rather live? North Pole in Santa's town as an elf or in Whoville, but you have no magic, but you're a Who?
North Pole.
North Pole.
I've been training my entire life for this. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
The 80s had the most fun Christmas music, like original Christmas music. Do you have a favorite 80s Christmas song?
Are you disagreeing with this?
Oh, deeply.
Millennials.
I'm a classic Christmas.
Right?
No, okay.
Fun.
I mean like fun. Like nothing's going to beat the classics.
That's-
But only in the 80s did we have so
Wham.
many original songs made for Christmas.
I don't disagree. I just don't think Christmas music should have synth in it. Like, I just...
What?
So much 80s music I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I know.
We're 80s babies.
I know.
It's
I know.
different.
Technically, I was
She's a
born in
90s
I was
baby.
born in 89, though. So
But
I would
you're
like...
a 90s baby.
I know.
We're born in the 70s. We're 80s babies.
I do have a favorite, though.
What is your favorite?
Winter Wonderland by the Eurythmics, because I love Annie Lennox's voice.
Yes.
Although it's not an original, it is a cover.
Yes.
But I think that she has one of the neatest voices that exists, and she later released her own Christmas album, I think in like some 2000s, and it's like dark. It almost sounds medieval, and it's amazing. But
That's funny. My favorite Christmas song from the 80s is actually by Al Green and Annie Lennox. Put a Little Love in Your Heart.
Yeah, that's a good one.
okay.
What is your answer to the question?
I don't really have a favorite. I mean, the one that popped into my head was Wham. What was that one by Wham?
A Last Christmas?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Hate that song.
What?
Desperately hate it.
Why?
Okay, I just think
Doesn't have to have a reason.
I feel like it's just annoying for me, and I think it's overplayed. If I heard it maybe once a year, fine, but I just...
See, that's how I feel about the Annie Lennox Winter Wonderland, because I feel like it's overplayed. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So I get it. Some songs we don't hear that often, though, that were really fun. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC.
Oh, yeah, that's
super fun.
That one, maybe that's my favorite one, because it makes me want to
And one that we got to mention at least is when Band-Aid came together and did Do They Know It's Christmas?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, is that the charity song in the 80s?
Yes.
That's a
they
Christmas
call
song?
it Band-Aid. Yeah, it came out.
What was it called, though?
Do They Know It's Christmas?
No, We Are the World.
That's not the same song.
Different.
And that's not Band-Aid. We've done this trolley experiment on our show.
Okay.
John likes to throw out weird things. He doesn't really fully understand it.
I
to be
do.
honest.
Okay,
but so here we go. So you're driving on your trolley.
Yes.
Ahead of you, you're about to kill 5 Shakespeares, but you can move the track and go right and kill 1 Santa. Who do you kill?
Shakespeare. Easiest
What?
decision. Christopher Marlowe all the way. Shakespeare was a sham. I'm just kidding, but no, I'm not.
It's funny as I say the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a little harder. Now you have 5 authors, poets. You have like the Poe, Shakespeare, Jane Austen types, and then 1 Santa.
You had to throw a Poe in there?
Oh, I knew it.
Scrutinizing
I
you.
knew it.
Oh.
Quick, time is running out. Who do you kill? Who do you kill? Who do you kill?
I don't know. I'm sweating profusely. I think it's
Still should kill the
I
authors.
would still kill the authors because Poe would appreciate my decision. Done.
By the way, your indecision just killed them all.
Okay, I have one for you.
Oh,
Yeah, she
God.
did big time. I have one for you.
Okay.
One more, just because. You have 5 reindeer and 1 Santa.
What? He killed a reindeer.
Oh no, she can't kill animals.
What?
She can't.
Look,
She
you got
might pass
venison
out
for
right now.
days.
Oh.
Okay, this is it. I'm sorry, Santa, you're going. Bye. I'm the
Wow.
new Santa, and I have my reindeer.
This has got twisted quick.
This is why she's on the show.
That was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life.
So your stop motion animation.
Yes.
What's your favorite of those?
The Year Without a Santa Claus, Heat Miser, Snow Miser, my favorite.
Okay. How does that match up against Charlie Brown Christmas?
Love Charlie Brown Christmas, but I will. You know what? For me, I love the Peanuts. Everything. I think they're adorable, but for me, those stop motion, because I did watch Santa Claus pretty much all throughout the year. When those specials would always come on ABC, it was like, oh, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Because with Charlie Brown, I also had the Great Pumpkin, and there's no stop motion version of the Great
Right.
Pumpkin. So for me, they come up every kind of big season, where these are specifically, I'm in the North Pole. This is magic. I mean, it's the most iconic Rudolph. It's almost like the Coca-Cola Santa. They kind of created every other thing besides Santa that we think about when it comes to Christmas depictions.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
You're forced to hang out with one of these Peanuts characters. Pigpen or Lucy as she keeps pulling the football away from your foot.
You know I really hate messes,
I know.
but she's so bratty. I think I'm going to hang out with Pigpen.
Wow. Did not see that coming.
Oh, but I'm going to... I'm already thinking about all the ways I'm going to have to clean. He came over from the airport. He's like holding my hand. I was like, oh, airport germs.
Yep.
And I made him wipe his hands. You're clean now. Now we can make out all day. Okay, before we go, I really want to find out one really fun thing.
Yes.
What was your best and worst presents as kids?
Okay. Can I say this? Did you guys get... I'm throwing Mom right under the bus. Even though, Mom, you are wonderful. You're a great mom. The Christmases were fantastic.
Does Mom watch our show?
I don't know.
Well, then, if you're not watching,
Okay.
talk about it
So
all the time.
right under the bus, Mom. Mom, for a lot of Christmases, would get like socks and underwear. Did you guys ever get those?
As a kid?
No.
Yes, as
My
a kid.
grandma used to. It's actually a running joke in my family. My grandma Paige, we love her dearly, and it's actually kind of we actually are sad that we don't get them now. Like every single niece and nephew, we all got underwear and socks.
And they're not even like
Perfect.
specialty socks or underwear.
No,
they were
no.
like
Hanes.
basic white,
Yeah.
like, oh, you're running out, you need more of these. Can I tell you how disappointing it is as a kid to open up underwear and socks?
Right? Just put
I
them in your.
cannot.
I am
imagine.
really sorry, Mom, see this. God, Mom, I have some really great presents that you got me, so I'll get to those. But go ahead. What are some of your worst?
My worst was this is real trashy. My cousin gave me an old, I'm not making up.
How old were you?
I think I was maybe 10.
Okay.
Like
Age is important.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
like 10. It was a beer bottle that was clean, the label taken off, and a candle. And so you can stick it in and it make like drip candle art.
What?
Take it
So she was
in.
trying to be creative.
Yeah.
But cheap.
Yep.
You cheap, cuzzo. You cheap.
Yeah. So that was definitely my
Did you pick it up and
worst.
say, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
I think I was just kind of stunned because I was raised with such manners. I couldn't do that. I was just like, thanks.
It's really sad because my worst one is actually something that I think my parents really went out of their way in a bigger way than they ever did. But they got me a Barbie dream house, and I didn't have a single Barbie. I had He-Man and Skeletor and Transformers. So I turned Barbie's dream house into Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
Yes.
But and it was kind of cool. I had an elevator and stuff, but like I didn't have Barbie, so it was kind of the worst present because it's like, do you know me at all? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have any dolls. I thought dolls were stupid.
Oh my God, I had so many. But I was also an only child and they were my friend. I mean, I literally, I convinced my parents to get some rolls of film developed because as every like 80s, 90s kid, like there's just tons that my parents have not developed. And I forgot I went through a period of life where I took a lot of photos of my Barbies. And like 3 solid rolls were just pictures of Barbies that I had posed. Like,
This is before digital too.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah.
like,
Can
Oh,
you
yeah.
produce these somehow so
I
we can
do
see
have
them?
one. I will send you a screenshot if you guys want to include it because
Yes.
it's Barbie. So I also had scenarios, right? So Ken had cheated on Barbie and he was trying to get her back. So I have her sitting on the couch, on her bed, and she's doing this. And he's standing there holding out a rose.
The sad thing is it's pre-Instagram. You would be famous now.
I know. I think there is an Instagram that does it now, and I'm because I feel like I really started this.
So based on these childhood stories, how many people have you killed up until this point in your life?
So let's hear best.
Okay. So this one popped into my head right away. It was a transformer. It was called Skyfire. And it was basically like a fighter jet that could transform into a robot. But it was also, there was a cartoon in the 80s called Robotech.
Okay.
And it was about a fighter pilot up in space, but it transformed into a guy. And this halfway transformation of the half plane and then legs with the arms out. Oh, you laugh, but it was glorious.
That sounds like a good time.
Yes. So it doubled as my Transformer and as my Robotech toy. It was one of the best gifts I ever got. Also, I remember being 9 or 10 and getting just a cheap plastic shield and sword. I remember going outside right away, just walking up and down the street with it.
One thing I will give my parents credit for, and I still do to this day for my kids, is they never put out presents until we were sleeping. So there was always, you would always come out, and they would actually put a sheet up. So you come out, you move the sheet, and you'd be like, ah! And one year there was a whole racetrack set up. Remember the big ones with the little car that had the little pokey thing that would go in it? And that was I remember that so much.
No wonder you love Hot Wheels.
Oh, yeah. And it was which one's hot, right? And if you went too fast, it'd fly off the track.
Yeah.
It's still to this, when we go to Disneyland and we ride Radiator Racer Springs, whatever it's called, I'm always like, this is like my racetrack I got as a kid.
Oh, that's a great present.
Yes. Mine was, I think I was 9, and I got, maybe I was 8 or 9, and I got my dollhouse. And it wasn't for Barbies. It wasn't big enough for Barbies, and I tried to shove them in there. But I think it was made by Playmobil or something. And it had working lights in the kitchen, and it had a nursery with the button you pushed, and it played a lullaby. And I would decorate that thing for every season, and I played with it until I was 14. And people would come over and they'd be like, "What's this dollhouse?" They knew it's an only child. I'm like, it's my little cousin's. I don't play with it.
The sad thing is now you wish you had it.
I have it.
Oh, you do?
So here's the crazy thing. So with the dollhouse, they had a miniature of the dollhouse for the nursery for the kids to play with in the dollhouse. So I have that on my dresser in my room right now, and I kept my dollhouse in case I have ever a daughter because it's my favorite thing ever.
My parents got rid of so many. I was just the other day thinking about how my Cabbage Patch was so precious to me, and it's disappeared, and so many things I think our parents have just given away.
So my mom to this day feels regret. You remember the Darth Vader carrying case for all the action figures? Yeah. So I had one of those filled with figurines.
Oh, no.
She yard
I can't even hear it. Oh, my God. So somebody probably paid 50 cents or $1, and now they can make hundreds of dollars.
So much money.
Yeah.
I think all of my...
watch this episode.
I've walked into those memorabilia toy stores, and I'm like, I had that He-Man. I had that. And you're just they're selling it now for $100.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I had.
Christmas just got sad.
I guess I am a 90s baby. And so I had, again, Barbies for my life. So I have all the Spice Girl dolls, all the Britney Spears dolls, but I took them all out. I'm literally seeing them worth hundreds now in the packaging. Yeah. But I took them all out. I don't think,
hey, toys should not be left in packaging. They need to be free.
They need to live
play with
their
each
life.
other at night when we're sleeping. Malia, thank you for coming to do this
Thank you,
and making
guys.
our
This
Christmas
was
so
fun.
much cheery. As for you guys, this is our last show until we get back from the New Year break. But in the New Year, we have some cool things coming up. We're going to be at the J. Zoman's Pop Culture Expo in February. And they're actually currently looking for vendors, which they're super, they're you should go check out their site. They're so affordable. And we're also looking for more opportunities in the new year to go to expos. So if you're part of a Comic-Con of any kind, or you know of one that we should be looking into, please let us know because we want to go out and meet the people and get out there on the new year. Yes.
Please comment and check out our merch shop. Support us.
Yes, and thank you to those who have supported us. You are awesome.
Give us show ideas.
And please rate us on Apple Podcasts. And until the new year, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Attention residents of the high desert, did you know that a Comic-Con style event is coming to the San Bernardino Fairgrounds on February 8th, 2020? Other than being a host to celebrity signings, giveaways, and a cosplay contest, we want to open the doors to the local community of businesses and give you an opportunity to sell your wares. If you want to be part of the J. Zoman's Pop Culture Expo, contact Dave at 760-553-6906 or email him at pce@jayzomon.com. That's pce@jayzomon.com. Or visit us online at www.jayzomonspopcultureexpo.com.
You've been listening to Two Nerds in a Garage podcast. If you're having fun nerding out with us, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Rate and review, as it really helps others find the show, which helps us keep delivering fun content. We're also on all of your other favorite podcast apps, as well as on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
This show is supported by our listeners just like you. Please visit twonerdsinAgarage.com to find all the ways you can help keep supporting us, including our merch shop and direct donations through PayPal. Thank you again for being on this hero's journey with us.